Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Temple of Know Thyself. I reasoning. We're back again. Give thanks. Give thanks. We're back again. Today is the 7th of the 7th, 2024. Time is ticking, man. Time is ticking. Next week we'll be halfway through the month. Can you believe that? We'll be halfway through the month. But anyway, let's give thanks. Give thanks and praises that we're here to see another day. And just sit back and relax and let's have a reasoning, yeah? It's Temple of Know Thyself. I reasoning. But first of all, we want to send our prayers out to the people in the Caribbean regarding this hurricane. We pray that for guidance and, protection over you guys. And also to our brothers and sisters in Kenya as well. We see what you're doing. This is the whole point of having a platform, because the African saying is I am because we are, and because we are therefore I am. Bantu. It takes the village to raise the child. So our prayers and support goes out to the Caribbean and to our brothers and sisters in Kenya and all around the world, actually. Let's say that. I would like to say something quickly. It's nobody gives you freedom. Nobody gives you equality or justice or anything. If you're a man, you have to take it, and that comes from Malcolm X. So you gotta fight. You gotta fight for what you want in life. Yeah. And that's what today's topic will be about the mind, the mindset in going after what you want and changing the mentality. It's so important. So yeah, sit back and relax, man, and we're just gonna have a reasoning. Deep breath, As I said, this is Temple of Know Thyself. I reasoning. We just come here on a Sunday, God willing, just to have a conversation, a chat, share some information. It's about elevating oneself. And as I said, I created this show or this platform to enlighten myself, to keep a record of my journey, because I normally write down. I have a notepad. I write down things, you know what I mean? So this is an external version of it. Also, I just wanted something to stimulate myself, yeah? And sometime on YouTube, I can't find it. So that's why I created this. So thank you for the subscribers. I appreciate your listening ears, and I appreciate that you take the time out to listen to this young man who's going to be 48 years old, giving his experience. I'm still a student on this journey, what we call life. I'm learning and growing. Yeah. So I don't know everything. I'm just sharing. You know what I mean? Using my, as they say in the Bible, we're going to touch a little bit on that. My talents. You understand? We all have talents, yeah? And it's about encouraging people, empowering people, stimulating people to just make informed and better choices. That's what people are doing in Kenya. They see something happening and they've said, you know what, we're going to stand for something. And that's what they're doing, yeah? And it should be an example to all of us that, as that quotation I read from Malcolm X, nobody gives you freedom. Nobody gives you equality or justice or anything. If you're a man, you have to take it. And woman, you know what I mean? It's just, that's how it's written. Just had a conversation with my children. And I was saying to them, This is talking about you being an example. You have to be the example. And I share these stories. So if anyone is in the situation, you can understand it. Because I have a friend who's like, Russell, my children never call me. So that's why I share these stories. His daughter is a bit older than my children. My children, one's going to be 18 in a couple of weeks' time. And the twins are 13. So I called them to say, listen, I'm making note, yeah? 2 weeks has passed since last time I gave you some money. You called me for some money. And because they want to go to the cinema. For the people who haven't followed the show, they called me 2 weeks ago and asked me some money to go to watch it. The new cartoon, I think In Out 2 of it is. And I gave for them and I explained the reason why. So I'm making an observation. I'm saying to them, listen, 2 weeks have passed. Nobody's called me to check up and say, hello, how are you? But when you want something, you're calling me. So I'm putting a pin in it to make them aware. Listen, you see your actions. Remember, nobody gives you freedom. Nobody gives you equality or justice. You have to make it. I'm saying to them, listen, I'm not your bank, you know. So if you just pick up the phone and say, hello, your dad, how are you for 2 minutes? That's good. Because I'm doing the same to you. You understand? I'm doing the same to you. So respect is it works both ways, yeah? But if you don't want to do it, cool. There's nothing I can do. You understand? There's nothing I can do. But I'm making you aware of your actions. Cool. So my big son, he went to borrow some money. I tried to speak to him. He's actually on the phone negotiating, doing some cleaning. Well done. Because a couple of weeks ago, he had to figure out his issue and he figured out his issue if you're following the podcast. So kudos to him. He's learning. I said today's topic, we're going to be touching on the mind a bit, and I want to talk a little bit about the 7-year cycle. Yeah. So all of these conversations are relevant to what we're going to talk about. So when you have children out there and they're not listening to you doing this and that, yeah, these are all relevant. So I'm saying to people, I go through the same issues as you do. It's just about your outlook. Same with the people in Kenya. Yeah, their outlook. They see something and they're going to challenge it and say, no, we don't agree with what this president is doing, or so forth. So it's your mentality comes down to. Because as Malcolm X says, no one's going to give you freedom. You're going to have to fight for what you want. Yeah. You got to analyze yourself. Study yourself. That's what I do. Yeah. Study. You're not always going to be right. We're just learning. I said, I'm a student. We're all students. I learn from everybody. I am because we are. Because we are. Therefore I am. It takes the village to raise the child. All right. So cool. Let's just let's hit the gym thing, man. The gym thing, I'm down to 3 weeks. 3 weeks left, and we will be finishing this crazy project that I've taken on. However, I'm enjoying it. I like a challenge. That's the thing about it. Once you get into it, it's enjoyable. So last week we came in at 21 minutes and 2 seconds. This week, because I smashed my record last week, the next 3 weeks I just want to enjoy the journey. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I'm no rush to beat any more records, to be honest. I mean, I will work on it later on to get that 2 seconds off, to get it down to 21 minutes. But we want to enjoy. So this week, when I trained, I came in at 21:19, which is good, because 2 weeks ago I was on 21:25. So that's what I was meant to get this last week. I was meant to get 21:19, but I got 21 seconds. So. So that's why I said, like, no, I'm just enjoying. I'm just counting down, enjoying it. So I've already smashed my record, man. I'm okay, and that's why I'm laughing. You're gonna have to laugh at yourself sometime. But I want to tell a story because if you're following me from last week, I was saying about the guy who let's use it this way. He fed off my energy because he saw I did extraordinary good. So this week, he started with me because he does less than me, and he finished his. I think he does like 10,000. No, I don't know, but his one is like 10 minutes. Sorry, I meant to say his one is 10 minutes. Mine is 20 minutes. So when he finished, he walked off, and then he came to me when I had like maybe like 300 meters left. And now he's encouraged. He's like, come on, Russ, you can do it. I'm like, I'm running. I'm like, I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying because I've set the bar so high that he feels like, and this is what I said, the conversation is going to deal with the mind. He feels now like, yo, I can do it because he's feeding off my energy. Whereas me, I've still done good at 21:19. Yeah. I'm like, no, I said to him, like, I don't really want to beat myself now. You understand? Because as Marcus Garvey says about the confidence, with confidence, you've already won in the race of life. Without confidence, you've lost in the race of life. You understand? So I'm at a stage now, I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm confident where I am. Now, am I going to sit there? No. I just know I just want to finish this particular program. And once I finish this program, I'm going to go back and mix it up because I've decided that I'm going to continue doing what I am doing for another 6 months. You know what I mean? And that has come about from starting this program. Like there's a book I would like you to go and do some research on. It's called The Compound Effect. That when you've done, like when you throw a stone into the river, it has a ripple effect. Yeah, it's about grabbing the moment now. So I've decided to run on with this thing because I'm not really going nowhere for the next 6 months. I might have I think there's a possibility I might be going away for about 4 days, but that's it. Yeah. So I'm not flying out till February, March, end of March. I mean, end of February, March, beginning of March. So I've got the time to utilize it. So I want to utilize the time. But I just want to finish this Pacific program and then tweet it. So I'm constantly analyzing. That's why we make the podcast and that's why we do the videos. You can see me tracking myself Monday to Friday, doing my training. And then I'm observing and listening to my body, the food I eat. And I'm like, okay, this is what I can do. This is what I can't do. And the whole purpose of doing these things, I've stated, it was to build my self-confidence, my self-esteem. Yeah. And that's what the show is about. I'm showing you through the things that I'm doing. Now, this is where we talk about esoteric or the biblical side, where there's a story. We're going to go in a bit more to about the talents. We all have talent. Some people are good at talking, reading, writing, performing, arts, whatever it is your talents is, yeah? Utilize your talents. If you don't utilize your talents, you've wasted it. It's a gift. You understand? So I'm looking at myself, I'm saying, okay, let me utilize my talent. And that's what that ripple effect. By doing this one specific thing, it has positive things, and then I can work in other aspects of the things that I need to improve on. I want to improve on my confidence. You might say that I'm very confident. I'm like, yeah, but I can go a bit more. It's same with when I was rowing in it. I knew I can go a bit more. I just know there are things I can do to better myself. So this is the foundation, and that's where this conversation is going to come in later on about there's a theory, the 7-year cycle. All right, so let's put a pin in there. So Jim is okay, Mum's okay. Well, Mum is doing her own thing, you know what I mean, but she's okay. The children are okay, they're doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's okay, everybody's just doing their own thing. All right. But that man being beside me, yeah, he's feed off my, and that's what I'm saying the show's about. I I hope I can encourage you to feed off that energy. That's why I created the show. I Reason. We come and we sit down, we hold a reasoning. You get me? Temple of Know Thyself. I am learning like you are learning. I'm a student. You're the teacher. I'm just reasoning with you in your higher consciousness. You get me? Because if you sit down, you listen to my conversation, there's something in it that you like. That's why you listen to it. And I don't want to use the word hope. I pray that you can walk away feeling encouraged, enlightened, uplifted, better, as a better person. That you can say, you know what, if he can do it, why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying? Because I went to a 9-night yesterday, and one of my friends is like, bruv, I need to talk to you, man. I need to know about pensions and stuff like that. At least have one man in your group that's as I said, I'm only 40. I'm going to turn 48 this year. At least have one man in the group that has a full vision, like who wants to look forward, the 5P we call it. And that's what I said to him, remember that. That's what I told him yesterday. Remember the 5P. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Listen, the worst thing that can happen is that I don't live, but because I put things in place, like a will, insurance, a property, my children are okay. But if everything goes to plan what I'm doing, I'm okay. Because, you know what I mean? I'm putting a pension in place. I've got a place to go and relax 6 months in a year. You understand? That's what I'm doing. It's just having it's a talent, isn't it? That's what the conversation is. Utilize your talents. That's what I'm saying. So I want you to leave from here feeling encouraged, to feel better that, right, he's told me something, let me implement it. So anyway, he's like, Russ, tell me about this saving things. He said, yep, I've done the thing you told me a couple of weeks ago, or whatever it is, when we met previously. And then I told him about the will. He goes, what? I haven't done that, man. So I showed him the draft. He goes, no, you know what? You have to show me that. So have one man in your group, at least. I'm not the smartest. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm not the smartest, but I'm willing to do something. I like doing a bit of research, and I just want to put things in place, innit? There's nothing wrong with that. That's not being a nerd. If you call it a nerd, cool. That's just me just being smart, intelligent. That's what I said. I want you to leave here feeling somewhat encouraged, empowered, stimulated, that you're spending your time with me at least 45 minutes or an hour. You're like, listen, I'm not going to sit down here and waste my time with you. You know, let me leave with something. Some people don't want to listen to the show. That's cool. Some people sit down and just watch a drama. For me, I like to be stimulated. That's why I created the show. So that's what I want you to leave with. Feeling better. Feeling at peace, tranquility within yourself, that if he can do it, why can't I do it? All right, so cool. I had a conversation with my friend Trouble, and we reason a lot. He said he might send me a video, so I might upload it to YouTube. And he said to me, Russ, I want people to see, we're a similar age group, yeah? I want people to see what I'm doing and the choices that I've made that's put me into this predicament that I am. And that's what, so we're going to talk about the mind a bit more and our talents. So he's a cleaner. He cleans the trains, the underground. And he told me I can talk about this as well, so I've got his permission. So he said yesterday, which was Saturday, He said to me, Russ, there was nobody there. The rest of the workers didn't turn up, and he had to do the work. But he said, Russ, I was completely pissed off. I went to make a video and rant. Bruv, he goes to me, there's no gloves. There's no, like the picker to pick up the rubbish, yeah? There's no bin bags. And right, he said, Russ, I just wanted to make a video and rant and show people the consequences of your actions. You understand? Now, I said to him, you know what? I like that, I like how you've taken responsibility for the situation that you put yourself in. He goes, yep. And I'm going to work to get out of this situation. Because he has to get up, he has to start work, say 11 o'clock at night. I finish at like 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock, whatever it is. Depends on whether it is hours. And he's like, you know what, Russ? I put myself in this situation. I take full responsibility. And I'm gonna make you a video so people can hear, and he will explain. So I'll leave it like that. He's gonna send it whenever he can, yeah. Because he said I wanted to say yes yesterday, but I didn't do it. So he's working today. So I said to him, when you're ready, when you want to do it, or you want to do an interview, you get what I'm saying. We'll set it up, yeah. Because he listens to my show a lot, and he's like, you know what, Russ, I have to take responsibility. I put myself in this predicament, and he will articulate it better. So if he does send the video, you will see the video. Okay. So yeah, that's it. All right. I want to touch on this thing called. It's called the 7-year cycle of life, and it's something. It's relevant to me. So it might not resonate with everybody, but it's just something I wanted to share to give you like a different way of looking at things, and it depends on where you are in your life. So he is 48. I'm 48 in August. Yeah. So the 7-year cycle, if people are not aware, I just want to explain it. It's like the first 7 years is about you as a person. You like your mind. I've got some little bit of notes here. Your mind, your body, your spirit, and you're transforming yourself. You understand? So that's like what the 7 years is about. Your childhood, your foundation, the seed, the growth. You get me? And then from 7 years, it goes to 14 to 21. That's your adolescence, your self-development, discovery, and your emotions and stuff like that. And then from age 21 to 35, that's when you're transitioning into like an adult life, building stability, and you're establishing yourself, yeah? Then you have the age from 35 to 42, which is about experiencing midlife crisis and you questioning yourself and stuff like that, yeah? And then from age 42 to 49, you're like a wandering soul. You're searching and you're trying to figure out yourself. And then from 49 onwards, it's about you reflecting on life, and you kind of looking at, you're preparing, because then it goes on to, what's the one that goes on to 56 to like 63 and 70, like and then it repeats. It's just the same thing repeats again, but that's why it's called the 7-year cycle. It goes up to 70. And I want you to do some research on it. This is where I bring in now the biblical side of it and the esoteric side of it. There's a story about this wealthy man, And this applies to all of us in different, like, it can apply in business, it can apply in relationship, but we're talking about self. I'm dealing it from a self point of view, yeah, because that's where I'm coming from. Self-development, self-awareness, I and I reasoning. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about knowing thyself. So that's where I'm coming from. Okay. So there's this man here. I'm sure you guys know the story, but I'm just telling you, telling you in my version. There's this man, and he's going to go with a wealthy man, and he has 3 servants, and he gives one servant 5,000. The second servant he gives like 2,000. The last servant he gives 1,000. So the first servant, he takes his money and he doubles it. Yeah. The second one, he doubles it. The third one, he buries it. Okay. So when the guy comes back, this is what he's done. The first one says, "Listen, master, I've doubled my money. Here's your £5,000 back. 5,000 back." He says to him, "Well done. Bam, you're one of us." The second one, he says, "Yeah, master, you gave me 2,000. I've doubled it." He says, "Yeah, you're one of us." The third one, he says, "I buried my money because I've seen you work so hard." So he says to him, "Okay, all right, give me the money," and he chases him away. And now you figure out what the moral of the story is. You have to work that out. I'm just saying that we're all got talents within us. Yeah. If you don't use your talent, it will be taken away from you. Now, you have to go and figure out what your talent is. That's the question I'm putting to you. That's we're reasoning in it. I don't know the answers. You have to go and figure out your talent. Now, I'm telling that story for me now. And that's why I say, like, we talk about numbers. Like, go and do your research about numerology. And some people are going to understand it. Some people won't understand it. You understand? Because numbers, they say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Numbers play a very important part of our life. The time you have to go work. That's what we use about the cycles. 9 months it takes for a baby to born and stuff like that. Yeah, right. The time, day and night. It's yin and yang, balance. We work by time. So it's numbers, yeah? So for me, it's like there are certain things that happen in life, and that's what this cycle, this 7-year cycle. At this particular stage, for me, when I'm reflecting back, I'm like, okay, you know what? At 21, or like that age group when I was like, from 21 to 35, what was I doing? Yeah, because now I'm reflecting. So when I'm doing the numbers, I'm like, that's 26 years ago. Yeah, when I was 21. And I'm saying to myself, okay, at 21, let's go back to what I was saying. At 21, you're transitioning into adult life and you're building a stability, you know, and establishing roots. That's what you're doing at 21 to 35. Now, for me, one of my foundation of who and what my character was, I was into fitness. Yeah, I was really into fitness. Fitness was my wife. It gave me a form of confidence. It gave me self-esteem, self-worth, which is like, this is the best thing, because that's what it talks about. Like, it's the roots, it's the temple of know thyself. It's the foundation of who and what I am. That's why I want you to do your research. Yeah, this is what has come out nearly 2 months into my training, sitting down and analyzing myself and seeing myself grow. And I'm talking about the compound effect. Look into that book, the triggering. There's certain things that's triggering in me, like that's why I went looking for this information, because I'm searching. Now you have to do your own diligency, because they told us Christopher Columbus discovered America and they didn't. So there's going to be misinformation out there. You have to find what resonates with you, not me. That's what the show is called, I and I Reason. I am just reasoning, what you might call in their terminology, it's a theory. We're just reasoning to figure out or raise your vibration to your highest consciousness. So I'm just pushing so you can bring out your talent and figure out the challenges that you can understand yourself, or overcome the challenges, or overstand yourself. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just saying to myself, something's triggered in me to go look for this information. So it says, Matthew, ask and it should be given unto you, seek and you find, knock and should be opened unto you. So I've triggered something in me that made me go and look for this information. It's a talent. And I went back and I'm like, because I was thinking, yeah, and I need to speak to this person, because I had this conversation with this guy a couple of years ago, and he sent me back the information today, but he's had a dream. You understand? Because I had the conversation with him. He was telling me, every blah blah blah, and so I went and did my research. So that's what I'm basing the show on today, about the mind, how powerful the mind is. And then I was, because I'm taking notes. That's why I have notes, yeah, in my book. Notes go all the way back. You know what I mean? Just my personal notes. I write down these ideas or these thoughts that come to my mind. That's why I'm practicing when I'm preaching. I am because we are, therefore I am. We're that community. I'm sharing. Yes, it takes the community to raise. So if I find something and I'm part of the community, I'm willing to share it with you, because that is how the word community comes about. That's why we have the show. It's a reasoning show. I don't know nothing. The man that knows everything knows nothing at all. That's an African proverb. So each one teach one. I had an idea and I went and seek, and someone gave me some information. And I have to now take that information and break it down and understand it. For me, not for you. I'm just sharing my information with you so it can stimulate you. That's what it's about. Stimulating the mind. Telling my son, yes, I have money, but if I give you the money, you haven't used your mind. Go and figure out the problems for yourself. You have to. You have a talent. If you don't use your talent, you've used it. It's wasteless, sir. Use it or it'll be taken away from you. So it's the same with your money. If you leave your money, that's what I say, my friends, take your money and put it into high interest. Open an ISA or wherever you are listening around the world. Put your money, let it work for you. It's a talent. That's why I gave that esoteric or biblical story. That's what the man is saying. Utilize what you have, or else it's useless. I will take it away from you. So freedom. Everything is relevant. Everything is relevant. Nobody gives you freedom. Nobody can give you equality or justice or anything. If you're a man, you have to take care of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Everything is relevant in the show. You see what I'm saying? There's like a jigsaw piece of puzzle. You sit down and figure it out for yourself. That's why I create the show, because I can go back and listen to you and say, that one went over my head. I didn't get it. And I sit back, or my children can say, Dad, man, he was cold. I'm not cold. Can't believe he's saying that. But you know what? He's right. Because when you have your children, you will honor your parents and your days will be longer. Not always true, But you get the concept is that I am teaching you some morals about yourself. I want you to figure out. I want you to have respect for yourself. I want you to use your talent, because if you were wise, you would have called me every couple of weeks and say, you know what? Let me just be nice to the old man, because when I need money, not that, well, no. Now, what I'm saying to you, I'm laughing because it's true. Be wise. Don't be a fool. Use your talent. Because some people can do it. Some people can chirp you. You're like, how did they get that out of me? I'm giving the answer. I'm saying to my children, be wise. Check up on the old man. I'll be like, yo, I see what you're doing, but kudos for what you're doing. Because by you checking up on the old man, I can leave some talent for you. You know what I'm saying to you? But the talents are there, but you have to work for it. That's what I'm saying. So, 21 for me. I was into the gym. And my friends, the gym was my wife. I even say the gym is my wife. It's my foundation. I always say to people, like, and you'll hear this, and I think it's relevant. You have to love yourself. No one can love you but yourself first. And it's a challenging. I find it very challenging, but it's the truth. And at this particular moment, that's why I said, let me have this conversation. At 21, I did love myself, and it's the cycle. That's what I said. It's a relevant conversation. It's the cycle that we go through, because at that particular age, remember we're talking about at 21. It's that transition into adulthood of life. You're building. This is where the relevant of the Kenyans come in. The young children are fighting. They have no fear. You have confidence within yourself. Marcus Garvey talks about that. With confidence, you're already won in the race of life. Without confidence, you have defeated. They're challenging the system. Yes? You have to fight for it. Malcolm X tells you that you got to fight. You have to fight for what you want. Temple of know yourself. Know thyself. I want you to know. Before I leave this planet or this earth, this universe, that's what I want. That's my message. To myself, to my family, to my friends, to people. Know yourself. That's what I'm teaching. Because I want to know myself. I am because we are, therefore I am. These are my foundation. I want to know who and what I am. Read my profile. I'm searching. What is God? I'm a seeker of knowledge. I want to grow. I want to enjoy. I want to be at peace. I want tranquility. I want to spiritually uplift myself, empower myself to be the best version of myself. Why can't I have it? If I did it with Ryan, why can I not take that knowledge and that wisdom that I have gained and apply it into every day of my life in all aspect? Iron sharpen iron, but it starts with that seedling drop. It talks about in the biblical side about dropping seeds. Plant the seeds. That's what I'm saying, going back to the age of 21. It's a spiritual number as well in numerology. Yeah? Who have eyes to see, let them see. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. You understand? So the 21 for me was good. It was a good time because I started to grow. I started to develop that seed. My friends took me out one day. They said, Russ, let's go to a party. I was like, nah, I don't want to go. But I went. In the end, I went and I met my partner. Yeah? So sometimes you don't have to go looking for a relationship. Yeah? Because I refused to go. And these are the mother to my 3 children. Yeah? But I was like, nah, I don't want to go. I'm going gym, man. Yeah? And long story short, we got married. I got divorced. We're still there. I'm still paying. You know what I mean? We negotiate. I pay my child care for it. You know what I mean? I'm there. I'm a good father. I had a house, sold it, and I took my children traveling. I said, yeah, I want them to have experience because I'm mixed. I'm Guyanese and Portuguese, born in Guyana. Dad is Guyanese, but it's just Portuguese. My mom's Guyanese. Yeah, I'm Guyanese. All right. But I had a wonderful experience climbing mango tree and guinea and guava tree and going to Trinidad and the little islands because we're there. We're next to these islands. Seeing chicken and cow and eating sugar cane and just having. This is where the foundation. When we deal with the 7 about your childhood, the memory was such a wonderful memory. This is where it's good to have, they say in the Bible, try and find somebody who's evenly yoked with you so they can bring out the best out of you. That's what the man found in me when I was rowing. I brought the best. Now he's like, come on, Russ, you can do it. He's my number 1 cheerleader. I've awakened his talent. Remember I said last week, he's like, right, I've done good now, Russ. Just being me. We all have talent. Education is the word to. Education means to bring out. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying. No, let me rephrase that. I don't like the word trying. Even I have to correct myself. Education is to bring out. I want to encourage you to bring out the best out of you. Because by me bringing the best out of you, I bring the best out of myself. You challenge me now. I have to go away and think about my show. What am I going to do? You understand? You challenge me. I am because we are, and because we are, therefore I am. Because I want to keep raising myself to be the best. That is where I have to find the confidence. That's what brings out the greatness within me. I know something about you that you don't know about yourself. You have greatness within you. Marcus Garvey, my greatest teacher, told me that. He's told me that. He says to me, if I have confidence, I've already won before I've started. So if you nurture the child or the plant or the seed, it's going to blossom. It's part of the universe. It's the facts of life. Not I believe, not I wish, not I hope. That's what I was doing when I was rowing. I didn't do it on Tuesday. I came back on Thursday. I challenged because I knew I could do it. So I know I can find confidence within myself because I did it at 21. So now at 48, I'm like, so when I got separated, it's through those challenges. Yeah, it's those challenges. When I separate from my partner, people always ask me a question. They say, what have you learned? I said, I've learned. And you know what? I need to speak. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert. But I said, I need to speak, man. Because I used to just sit in my relationship. A hard-working guy, cool. But I just to study. Yeah, when my son, I'm going to interview him in a couple of weeks. Because we're going to do his results. We're going to find out how he's done good. Yeah, I'm dyslexic. You know, one of my personal goals, like I've been with my children all through birth. Like I grew up with my children. I've been around with them. That's one of my things. I said, you know what? My dad wasn't around. I have to. By any means necessary, I'm going to be with my children from foundation. So I've been with my children from foundation. You know what I mean? The oldest son, at age 2, 3, you'll hear him. He could read. I refuse for him to be like me. Confidence. Nurture the child. Nurture the person. I was like, this child, I can read. Don't get me wrong, I can read. But I struggle. Because when I was with my partner, because I used to practice, when I used to stand up and read in front, I used to sweat. My hands are shaking. Even here, when you hear me sometimes trying to read, because I've written down, I'm conscious that I have to speak to you guys. Yeah? And I'm trying to read. Yeah, and it's confusing because I'm concentrating so hard. You can hear I have to build my confidence. I use this program to build my self-esteem. If I don't do it, who's going to teach me? Nobody can give me freedom. Nobody can give me equality or justice or anything. If you're a man, you have to take it. Use your talent. Start where you are. Look at the rowing. I started and I build up so I can build my confidence. I can build my reading. My uncle refused me to use that word dyslexic around him. Find the people around you. That's why mentors are very important. Very important. He hates me using that word around him. He says 15 minutes of reading will improve your, what you call dyslexic. It's just that you see things and do things from a different way. Other people don't see it. But you're not dyslexic. Why do you give yourself that name? Why do you label yourself that way? Have confidence in yourself. Our greatest teacher has taught us that. With confidence, you have already won before you started. Anyway, so people, I would say to people, they always, because I'm a Leo. Yeah, one of the gifts of Leos is that we're leaders. For me to step up, I'm like, nah, I don't know what to do here. But that's my talent. but we got beautiful hearts. We're caring. You understand? We care about people. We care about the community. So use your talent. If not, you'll lose it. So at 21, it was my founding. But from 21, I started to lose the ball. I started to let go of who and what I am to some extent. My training from when I got married and it went down. So now when you get to this age now, this is the age. That's why I say please go and do your research. Yeah, it's called a 7-year cycle. I'm now at that age from 42 to 49. Because next year I'll be 49, where I'm wondering, it tells you I'm soul searching. I'm looking for the qualities of myself, because this is where we're wealth building. My motto: I never chase money, but I'm building my self-esteem. I'm building who and what I am. Temple of Know Thyself. I'm going into the mind. This is the mind. What talents do I have? What can I reflect? Because it's the year, because the next year after that is reflection. What qualities and skills can I bring to myself that can navigate me through this what we call life? The show is to stimulate you, to empower you, to encourage you, so you can figure out the challenges that you have in life. So you can shine like the star that you are. Because if you don't, I will blow you out. It says, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. You get me? Don't put it under the bush, because you'll be, you know the story. Let your light shine. Be yourself. Uplift yourself, empower yourself, encourage yourself. That's what I want for you, because I want it for myself. I've got 3 weeks left, and I have to achieve my goal. And I'm working another 6 months because I have to do it, because I can, and I'm going to show you. And I take it baby steps, so that 3 to that 6 to that 9 month. Because in total it will be 9 months when I finish this whole project. But I couldn't do it 9 months. I had to start small. And then I move on again. And then I tweak it. You learn. You tweak like a child falling down, getting up. We fall down, we get up, we learn, we get up, we learn. And we know we can do it. We know we can do it, and we will do it. So I'm reflecting back on the person who I was at 21. Same like those people in Kenya. That generation is fighting for their freedom. They have to. They have no choice. This is life. It's called part of growth. It's called change. It's what life's about. You have to grow. You have to fight. The sperms, they have to fight to get here. I had to fight millions of sperms to get here. Life doesn't go to the softest one, the philosopher one, like, yeah, you're in peace, man, everyone. sometimes I gotta be tough. I'm being tough with my children. You can't just pick up the phone, call me and say, Dad, I want money. I work for my money. At least try and chirp me like a woman. You know what I mean? Huh? Sweet talk me at least a little bit. I'm not just going to open up my legs for you. Come on. Give me a bit of game. Give me a little game. So it's the same with you. You got to fight for what you want. Our greatest teachers have told us that. You have to go after what you want. You have talents. All of us have been given these gifts. That's why I tell you, from a biblical, esoteric, and a physical, I have to improve myself. I want to improve myself. I've done it. We've forgotten who we are. Temple of Know Thyself. Find yourself. Find out who you are. I'm on the same journey as you. I'm just seeking. I'm a seeker. I seek here, I seek there, I seek everywhere. Some is relevant, some is not relevant. I listen to some people say, oh, you can't eat meat, this and that. I sit down and I pondered. So what happened to the people in the Amazon? Like I'm from the Caribbean, we're fish people. That's why I'm probably a pescatarian. I don't eat meat, I don't eat chicken, I don't eat goat. So I'm like, so what? I'm not meant to eat fish because you told me I'm not. But I'm an island person. So I want you to think for yourself. You will ask, innit? Ask yourself. This is what my foundation of my show is Temple of Know Thyself. We sit down and we reason as adults. So when I went to the counseling thing, just a couple sessions, I heard people's issue and I'm like, you know what? I'm all right. I'm cool. I don't have that many issues. I can handle my issues. You understand? Me and my partner, we just met young. As it says in the Bible, we weren't evenly yoked. We were just testosterone. And I just wanted to do business, and she is African, I'm Caribbean. You get me? It was linked up. You get what I'm saying? Met my missus when she was turning 18. I was 19, going 20. You understand? So we linked up from young. I've been with her at 20-something. That's my first partner. 20-something years I've been with her. I have no children with nobody else. We still talk. But I would say the same to my daughter, my son. Spread your wings. You have to go and enjoy life and go through relationships and ups and downs. And then this is where the gathering of the elders, you might say, as you mature, they say in Kemet, it takes 40-something years, which is like now I'm reflecting. Before you become somebody, you learn, you know yourself. Temple of Know Thyself. You've grown, or you should have grown to understand yourself, to have balance. We call Mahat. That's why I stay in my lane. When I went out yesterday, I felt proud of myself. I created that African jacket. Someone saw it, it's like, I like it. That's my idea. This is my podcast I done. Because the guy said, yo, you still doing that podcast thing? He goes, because I have a men's group. He goes, yeah, I remember I helped you did that. I'm like, not really, but no problem. Cool. Do your thing. Because people take your flowers when you start to shine. You've been able to overcome the challenges. But you put the work in. Listen, man. Temple of Know Thyself. Have a blessed and wonderful Sunday. It's just I and I reasoning. You know what I'm saying? I love you, appreciate you. May your head be anointed. You have a blessed and wonderful Sunday. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Take care. God bless.